I just bled into my next topic, who I think they're going to target in round 1. Trey Lance. Anyway, you with it? You think that could I mean, it seems like a pretty good fit. I don't know if it's going to work out. He needs some coaching. Kyle would need to do some good work with him, but
I'm scared of two teams. I'm scared of 2 teams ahead of the 49ers that may jump on him. One is Atlanta. They're literally running another variation of the Shanahan system with Arthur Smith. So all those same things are there. And he can definitely sit behind Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan is going to play the whole year. Carolina scares me too as well because Carolina is going to go for a quarterback. I just don't know if Matt Rule is going to value Mac Jones or Trey Lance. I don't think Trey's sticking around at 12. I really don't. There's going to be 5 quarterbacks taken in the top 12, I think.
I agree. You're probably right. Let's try to play this out. So Number 1 pick is Trevor Lawrence. Number 2 pick, I'm not sure who, but it's going to be Zach Wilson.
I think it's Wilson. Yes.
But I don't know if it's going to be the Jets or someone else. Now, the Falcons, they just renegotiated Matt Ryan.
They're moving money around. They had to get under the cap and things like that. So who knows? It's just his dead cap hit went up after they did the restructure. Remember when we were going through the hypotheticals, and I think his was something like $40 million. Now it's $43 million or something like that. So it makes it even harder. Here's the thing, though. Matt Ryan's what, 35?
Yeah.
He's probably got a good solid 4 more years left in him. So there may be a team that if the cap goes up will look at him and say, you know what, bring him on. Let's do a team that's close, right? A team that needs that needs a quarterback, veteran presence, a guy who's been in big games. So in terms of looking down the line with cap hits and things like that, it's tough to do that right now because we've just gotten the numbers on, what the salary cap is going to look like now, what it may look like down the line, and it may explode. If we get butts and seats this year, the cap's going to go up and things will change. So Atlanta's the one that scares me, though, because they fit with the Shanahan system. It's the one that scares me the most,
that makes
honestly.
Sense. That makes sense. So he could go 4. He could go 4, definitely. They also could take Mac Jones.
They could. And see, someone made a comparison of Mac to Matt Ryan, and it kind of makes sense a little bit. Mm-hmm. I know that the popular comparison is Kirk Cousins, but Matt Ryan actually makes sense in the way that he throws the ball with anticipation a little bit. And, Matt Ryan can throw it down the field. And I saw Mac do that. Forget his pro day. We're talking about on film. So Atlanta's the one that scares me. Atlanta's the one that scares me.
It's possible. It's possible. So you think they go quarterback at 4?
I think so.
Okay. So they could go.
The reason is this. Roster construction and how you want to build teams is one thing, but when you see as many quarterbacks in one draft, you have to change your thought process because who knows if next year that's what it's going to be. You can't swing and miss on one of these guys now or not try for him. And then next year it's just Desmond Ridder and like Spencer Rattler and not that they're bad. I'm just saying that what if it's just those 2? What if it's just maybe 3? Now there's like potentially 4 or 5 and there's some sleepers in there that people are trying to bring up. Maybe 6, 7 guys who are going to be successful in this league. I just don't know who those other are. From the 5, I'm good with the 5. I know those guys are going to be solid in the league, with that high ceiling for most of those guys. The other ones, those are the ones that scare me a little bit. And who those guys are, the Davis Mills hype is taking off a little bit. You got to kind of take credit for that a little. Sure,
I'll take it.
Davis Mills is one of the interesting ones at the end of the draft, but you started the mock. We're going to
talk about round 2 in a second. We're going to talk about that in a second. Sure. Like, what happens if the Niners miss out on Lance or whoever they're targeting? Let's just play it out though. Let's say that Falcons take Mac Jones because I think that's a possibility. His stock is pretty high. Then the next spot someone would expect. Would you expect the Lions at 7, or would you expect Carolina at 8 to be the next spot? I think most people would expect Carolina at 8, right?
I think so too. I mean, again, Matt Rule, all he's been doing is talking about quarterbacks, man.
I think they would take Justin Fields because Brady is a spread offense guy. And Justin Fields played in a spread offense in college. I think that it would be an easier transition for Justin Fields. He'd be doing a lot of the stuff he did in college. I think they would take him.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Fields isn't going to be there at 12 either. So that's what I'm saying. So, I mean,
so that's how Lance could go is if Matt goes 4 to Atlanta and Fields goes 8 to Carolina. It's possible. If it doesn't work out that way, I don't think the Niners would take a quarterback in round 1. I just don't feel
if
like
they stick at 12. If they stick at 12 and the 5
Lance
are off,
is in there and the 5 are off. The 5 are off. I don't think they would take a quarterback. So let's say
them trading back.
They could trade back.